Lures. Lures are probably one of the most talked about things in all of fishing, and I get a heap of questions asking what lures I'm using, what are my favorite lures. So today I'm going to do a challenge video all about lures. I've got a box here which is completely full of lures, surface lures, diving lures, hard bodies, soft vibes, and in this one we have a bag full of soft plastics. So we've got as many lures as I could ever use today, and my goal is to tick as many off as possible. As soon as I catch a fish on one, I'm going to change over and try and catch a fish on another one. And I'm going to do that for all of today until I stop catching fish. So this is a little bit of a look at the spot which we're going to be fishing today. And I've chose this spot because there are so many different fishing options. We've got rock walls, sand flats, deep drop-offs, many different ways to catch fish. I can't even express how much I love this place. Look how clear the water is, beautiful sunrises. It's just amazing. Sounder's gonna work. Yep. Now the plan is to not waste any time this morning, and I've actually already got a few lures rigged up. So we've got this really large paddle-tailed soft plastic, and I've also got a soft vibe rigged up on this one as well. So the plan is to target some little bit bigger fish first up this morning, and then we'll move on to some sand flats, target some flatties, brim, just see what we can do. Tick off as many lures as possible, that's the goal. I wonder if that tide's flowing yet. Probably. Damn, there's a lot of bait, a lot of white bait. Oh, there we go. Something bigger, something bigger below that bait. Let's get started. First lure, which we're gonna try of the day, is this 5-inch paddle-tailed soft plastic. Just gonna hop this along the rock walls, see if we can tick off a flathead or just any fish. There's no species target, we're just gonna try and tick off as many lures as we can. Try the soft vibe. A little bit quiet so far. I might change over some lures. Gonna get rid of this vibe and put on a little bit smaller plastic. I'm not really seeing any bigger fish around, so maybe downsizing will get us a bite. There we have it. A little bit smaller soft plastic. I think this one's a 4-inch, so a bit smaller profile. Might get a bite from a little bit smaller fish, but we just want to try and tick the first one off. This fog has completely moved in now. It's just fogged out. Oh, got one. Got something. We got something. What is that? Not very big though, I don't think. What are you, mate? What are you? Tiny little Jew. The world's smallest Jewy yet again. But that is the first lure ticked off for the day. Oh man, absolutely incy wincy. I think I'm the king at catching small Jewfish. It is the first one of the day, so we'll get him going. See you, mate. Tiny little thing. Well, that means it is time to change over lures. So since the soft plastic worked, I'm gonna get out my soft plastic bag and we're gonna take a look through this. Got many different lures to try out. One of these. This is the second lure we're going to use, a little jerk shad. Let's see if they can get one. Oh, that looks pretty good to me. It's a scented jerk shad, so don't really use jerk shads when I'm targeting Jews, but we'll give it a crack. Come on, scented jerk shad, do something. Some good fish just rocked up. I'm going to change over to a vibe, I think. I reckon a vibe's going to be the go here. A vibey McViberton. Really good for Jewfish, and in this area there's a lot of Jewfish around, so try this vibe, see if that's the second lure which we can tick off. Keep on moving. Just being quiet for that guy as well, so it's not just me struggling out here. We've still ticked off the one lure though, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna have one more go over here though. It's a nice little ledge over here. Found a couple there before. Ooh, that was a hit. Oh, what was that? There we go. Got something. Could be a flatty, that. On the vibe. What are you? What are you? A brim. Brimby. That is the second fish of the morning. Nice. Wasn't really expecting him, but he's a welcome little surprise. That's a couple of times now I've caught bream on the vibes. The second lure ticked off. See, mate, time to change lures yet again. The third lure of the morning. So the second one was this bigger vibe, and I think I actually might just change over to a slightly smaller vibe. And there it is right there. It's a smaller vibe and smaller profile, different color as well. So try this one out. All right, little vibe, you're going down. There we go, just hit the bottom there. Slowly gonna bounce that along the bottom. That's how we got that last one. Oh, fish, oh, we lost him. We had another one on the vibe. Well, it would have been the third lure ticked off and the second one in like 5 minutes. See if that fish comes back. There we go. We got something. A little tailor. Well, that's going to be the last fish along this rock wall. I'm going to go for a move now. Third fish and third species of the day. And also third lure ticked off. Nice little tailor. Alright, it is time for a complete lure changeover. So we were using deeper lures, vibes, heavier plastics, but now they're all going away. So I'm going to put all the vibes back in the box. And now we're going to be fishing some really shallow water lures. So we've got a big bent minnow here. We have big hard body as well, which we'll try out, and this one here. So these are all pretty much flathead lures and shallow diving lures, which we're going to be using. Very, very different change of tactics. We might also try out some lighter weighted soft plastics as well, but we'll start off using some lures. Well, the water's starting to get shallow. We're in 1 meter of water now. Should be a bit of fun. Switch it up a little bit and try and catch some flathead. Twitch, twitch, pause, twitch, twitch, and then let it sit. That's all I'm going to be doing with these hard bodies. Going to start off with the smaller one, but I really want to try out these bigger lures very shortly. Come on, flatties. This area in front of us here is just pristine water. Really, really clear, very shallow. It goes from about 0.5 down to about 1 meter. So that's like my favourite depth for targeting these flatties on the flat. Try out the bigger lure. It's really, really shallow, and that big lure is good for the shallow water. Big, shallow diving hard body. Oh, flatty. Yep, we got one. Yeah. Oh, on the surface jumping, yes. That is a flathead on this lure, and it feels like a pretty good one too. Not a giant, but pretty good one. I can just see him on the surface right there. So good. He's a goodie. We'll get him in that net. Oh, there we go. What is that, the fourth lure? Fourth lure ticked off now. Well, probably fished this flat for half an hour or so now, and this is the first quality flathead and quality fish of the day. That is a really, really nice flatty. And the best thing is, that is the fourth lure ticked off for the day as well. So we've actually got a fair few fish already, and it's only about 10 AM. So we've got the whole day ahead of us still, and that is the fourth fish ticked off. Next lure yet again. Dive back into this lure box, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've got the same lure in a different color. So this one's got a red head. We also have a rainbow one as well. I might actually try out the rainbow one, give this thing a crack, and voila, new lure on, same lure, different color. See if that can also get a big flatty. Oh, that water's so nice. It's really warm out here today. All the cameras are starting to overheat. One by one, they're all turning off, overheating. That usually only happens back home in spring or summer or something crazy, but over here it's in winter. Oh, there we go. There we go, another hit. A little one, but that is the fifth lure ticked off if we can get him in. Lure number 5 ticked off. That is a small flathead for the size of that lure. Thought he was big when he first hit it. There he goes. See you, little buddy. Time to change over yet again. Maybe we'll try out that bent minnow. Look at this thing. Not exactly sure how big this thing is, but it looks epic. The biggest bent minnow I've used by far. Very keen to try and get a fish on this one. Cast pretty good. Just twitch, twitch, same thing. I'm going to work it a bit subsurface. Twitch, twitch, pause it. 1, 2, 3. Pause it. Looks pretty good. Need to work it in that real shallow water. Might try it again in a second. There we go. Got one. Got one. On the double clutch, I actually changed over. A little floody. Well, that is lure and fish number 5, another flathead. A little bit too small to keep, so he's gonna get his freedom. See you, buddy. And on to the next. Lure number 6, which we're gonna try and tick off, is this curly tail grub. It's a 4-inch, so my idea is that is gonna be perfect for the flatty. Put a little bit of this scent on there as well, give it a bit more flavour. Cast out over there. If I had to guess, the flatties would jump all over this thing, especially since it's covered in scent as well. Alright, last cast along here for the flathead, and then we're going to go for a move. We're actually going to go back down to the rock wall. There's just so many boats buzzing around at school holidays, so all of these sand flats are getting hammered at the moment. So I think my best bet was where I was earlier, along that wall. We are back along the wall again. The tide is absolutely ripping at the moment, so I'm kind of waiting for it to slow down before I fish the deeper stuff, but we're just going to cast this little plastic along the shallows first of all. We'll see if we can tick off, I think, the 6th lure of the day. So we've already had a pretty good day's fishing, but we still got a fair while to go. There's got to be some flatties along here. There we go. I got something. Whoa, that's good. What is that? Oh, it got off. What was that? Another one. That's a flatty, I think. Yeah. There he is. Good flatty too. Well, that is yet another lure and fish ticked off. A good flathead on that curly tail grub. He's engulfed that too. Lure's out. Solid little flatty. Next little lure is going to be a pink one. Pink little paddle-tailed soft plastic in a 3-inch. So how many have we ticked off now? I think we've ticked off 6. I'm pretty sure we've ticked off 6 different lures, and this will be our 7th if we can catch a fish on it. All rigged up and ready to go. Give it a crack in that same area. There we go. This must be a tailor. A lot of tailor. Yeah. Well, it's another fish though. There is a heap of tailor down there. Look at that, a little tailor. 7th lure down. Pretty cool. Little chomper. There's a lot down there. I'm not going to lie, I've kind of lost count now of how many lures we've ticked off, but if any of you guys know, then drop it down in the comments below. So we'll take this bad boy off. Didn't last long, the pink one. Tell you what, we'll try the same type of paddle tail, just in a different colour. This one's in a more clear, natural colour. There goes that lure. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap this one up. Spent the entire day out here fishing today, and we did manage to get onto a few fish using a massive variety of lures. So if you enjoyed this one, leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video.